Hi, my name is Ridge Patterson. I'm 6 feet 3 inches tall from Orlando, Florida, and I'll be auditioning for the role of Teen Philip. Michael, you're bleeding. Are you okay, man?
What do you think?
What did he do to you, Michael?
He slammed me against a car after he pushed me into the garage. It's not like my back wasn't already sore from this morning.
I'm so sorry, man. I can't believe I left you alone with him again. I can't. I mean, I don't know how to stop him, Michael. I don't know what to do. We don't have any place to go.
Philip, I don't know how much longer I can take this. I mean it.
Michael. Michael, I'm so sorry, man. This is all my fault. I should have stopped him.
There was nothing you could have done. He would have taken it out on you too. There's no sense in both of us getting beaten.
What did Dad do to you? Did he beat you with that?
I better get this done.
I'll find us a way out, Michael. I will. Even if I have to kill that... You stay there and I'll finish this up.
Yes, I'll catch up with you later. I guess I need to go check on some of my patients.
Excuse me, sir, but do I know you?
I'm not really sure. Why do you ask?
You just look so familiar to me. I thought maybe I knew you.
Maybe you do.
Wait a minute. I'm not trying to be weird, sir, but you look just like my brother.
That's odd that you say that. I mean, I've never met your brother.
Excuse me for being kind of forward, but would your name happen to be Samuel?
I understand that your brother Michael is down the hallway, and the nurse said your name was Philip. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Are you Samuel?
Yes. My name's Samuel.
Well, I kind of know about a guy named Samuel, and Michael and I have been sort of looking for him. So, are you the guy who... What I mean is, are you here because you heard about my brother?
Philip, is it okay that I call you that?
Yes, sir.
Well, I know someone who works here, and she said that there was a Michael Williams brought in with a possible overdose, and that there were some other issues that made them keep him sedated. I know a Michael Williams, and I just thought I should come and check on him.
Sir, I just have to ask you this, and I'm sorry if it upsets you, but do you think you might be related to Michael somehow? Is that why you're here?
I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but yes, Philip, I believe it might be possible.
Oh. I just thought you might be because of what the letter said.
You know about the letter?
Yeah, it's what caused us to try and find out who you were. Samuel, well, is it okay for me to call you that?
Sure, Philip.
Well, ever since Dad brought it home about 10 years ago, he's been really mean to Michael. I must think that Michael belongs to, well, you.
I was afraid of that, Philip. Sarah and I...
Sarah? The nurse you were talking to?
Yes, Philip, she's my wife, Sarah Roberts.
Wait, that's why she asked if we knew someone with that last name.
Yes, that's why.
Samuel, how did you meet my mom?
We met at your grandfather's store.
I don't really know my grandparents.
Well, we started taking an interest in each other, even though I knew she was married, and she'd slip secret notes into my paperwork and invoices I picked up there. That's how we secretly wrote back and forth, and your grandfather never knew.
So is that how you sent the letter to my mom?
Yes, Philip. The day before I wrote that, your mom slipped a card into my invoices from the store, and I didn't see it until later that night. So I wrote the letter and slipped it into a stack of orders I needed from your grandfather's store the next day. Well, I figured she'd see it, and to be honest, I thought she did and decided to never talk to me again. I always regretted doubting the fact that Michael might be my child.
Well, I don't think my mom ever saw it because she seemed surprised when Dad came home from work with it.
Well, that certainly clears up a whole lot of questions. I mean, if she never got it, she probably thought I'd abandoned her after she told me she was pregnant.
Probably. All I know is she tried to convince my dad that night that she never knew a guy named Samuel.
How did your dad find the letter then?
Well, there were some old boxes in our basement from my grandfather's store that she brought home one time. I guess when she stopped working for him, Dad took the boxes to work to throw them away, and he must have seen her name on a letter and became curious. My dad must have believed what she wrote because something changed in him that night.
So he wasn't nice to Michael after that?
Kinda, but we don't really like talking about it.
Man, I was afraid that letter might cause that type of problem. Philip, I'm so sorry. I never meant to cause your family grief. I tried to go back into the store and talk to your mother a couple days after I hadn't heard from her, but your grandfather said she'd quit, and he said they fought about the fact she was pregnant again to that worthless bum. According to your grandfather's view of your father. Sorry if that offends you.
Not at all. So, how did you meet Sarah?
Well, after some pretty horrible weeks after your mother and I ended our relationship, I had a lot of guilt about the choices I'd been making. So my best friend invited me to his church, and Sarah happened to be the pastor's daughter.
Did she know about the issue with my mom?
No, I kept it a secret, even from my best friend. I mean, he knew about the affair, but I never told him the reason why I thought it ended. Sarah and I fell in love, and after we married and had our daughter Megan a couple years later, my guilt was really eating away at me. So I told her that our daughter might have a half-brother.
How did she take the news?
Not well, at first. But, Philip, Sarah's an amazing woman, and her faith is very strong. She forgave me from hiding such a thing, and she even encouraged me to reach out to Michael and your mother, but I
know how you feel. I feel guilty a lot for not stopping.
Philip, it's okay. I know your dad's reputation, and a lot of people do. I guess we both have a lot of regrets. Philip, there were times I would go to the soccer field and stand off by myself and watch Michael play. Then all of a sudden that stopped.
Yeah, when our Nana Gladys died, Dad wouldn't let Michael play any more sports.
I wasn't even sure Michael was my son, and even when I cut out his birth announcement from the paper, I fully expected from your mom to get in touch with me for some support, but then I heard nothing. I started to think Michael might not be mine, but something in my heart just wouldn't let me erase the possibility. There were nights I couldn't sleep, just wondering what he was doing. The thought that I might have abandoned my son was killing me, especially knowing he might not be in the best situation at home. Your words about your father are confirming my worst fears. Every October 23rd, I can barely function.
You didn't really miss much. His birthday wasn't really celebrated after Dad found the letter.
When my son Paul began to age, he reminded me so much of your brother. Yes, my own son reminds me every day of what I might have walked away from, and it's killing me. That's why I had to come down here tonight. I can never live with myself if if something ever happened to Michael, Sarah was so right. I should have been in his life already, and maybe he wouldn't have been in that situation. I don't know if I could ever forgive myself.
Yeah. Michael has bad dreams, and I blame myself for them.
Hopefully he'll be fine.
Yeah. Sarah said he's in good hands.
Yes, Philip, he certainly is. Hey, where are your parents tonight?
They're out of town. I've tried to reach them, but I don't know exactly where they are.
Hey, Michael is stirring. You need to come with me. Hey, get over here, both of you, right now. I want to thank you boys for cleaning out the garage a while ago.
You mean last week?
No, sometime before that.
Dad? What do you mean?
Oh, I think you do, boy. What's the matter, Mikey? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Dad, what are you talking about?
Why, Mikey, you look like you're gonna cry.
Dad, what's going on here? What's this all about?
So, you two were snooping around my garage, weren't you?
Dad, I don't know what you're talking about.
Shut up, Philip. This is between me and him. So, I guess you figured out that you're really nothing but an unwanted bastard after all. Maybe you're that Samuel's kid and maybe you ain't. How about you leave me alone and him alone, Philip? I'd like Mikey here to understand how disappointed I am in him finding out about him maybe having a different daddy than you.
No. Not this time. Dad, get away from him.
I thought I told you to leave us alone.
No, Dad. You're not going to beat him for something he never did. Besides, it was my idea to go looking for the letter. If you want to beat somebody, why don't you hit me instead?
Boy, you're gonna be taken out of here in a body bag if you don't leave right now.
You're just mad because Mom went behind your back and found a decent guy to be with for a change. I told you to leave him alone, and I mean it, Dad. Don't you ever lay your hands on him, ever again.
Philip, is this the way I raised you? Now you're threatening your old man with an axe?
Get out of here, Dad. I swear you won't have arms to ever hit Michael with again.
I ain't gonna forget this, boy. You're gonna be mine real soon. No, don't touch me.
Grandpap, you guys stay back. He's having a nightmare. Michael, wake up. It's just a dream.
No, leave me alone. Get off me.
Michael, stop it. Wake up. You're okay, man. I'm here with you.
Philip, Dad, he was... Dad was hitting you with the axe. There was blood everywhere. He was gonna kill you. Mom was just standing there and letting him do it.
Michael, it was just a dream.
Why can't I get these dreams out of my head? Why? I can't live like this. I can't. I can't get that out of my head.
Michael, I'm here with you. Just breathe with me.